Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by DISTAFF, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityVets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate and Brader filling in for John Henderson as we review the Breeders' Cup World Championships from Santa Anita, including an exciting finish among 3-year-olds in the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. But we begin with the juvenile turf. European star War Envoy, the 7-2 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Heads a turn for home, and Luck of the Kitten hugs the rail and goes for home. Luck of the Kitten in front, just over a length. Lawn Ranger, now here's Hootenanny coming flying down the centre. Hootenanny and Frankie Dettori in full flight on the outside. Luck of the Kitten tries to keep them at bay, but Hootenanny gets the lead, and it's going to be Hootenanny, perfectly ridden by Frankie Dettori, to win the juvenile turf.
Hootenanny gets up to defeat Luck of the Kitten by 3/4 of a length. Frankie Dettori aboard the 2-time Keeneland sales graduate in 1:34.3. A maiden winner on debut at Keeneland and a stakes winner at Royal Ascot, Hootenanny was coming off a close second in the Group 1 Prix Mornay. The colt by Quality Road was bred in Kentucky by Barronstown. Current owners Mrs. John Magnier, Michael Tabor, and Derek Smith purchased the winner privately after his second start. The first of 2 winners on Breeders' Cup weekend for trainer Wesley Ward, Hootenanny has earned nearly $752,000. Next, the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Last year's winner Golden Sense, the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They come into the top of the lane, and Golden Sense has gone on, but now here comes Tapiture, and Tapiture is catching stride for stride from second. Golden Sense, can he dig deep and find another wind? He's in front a length and a half, but Tapiture's catching him stride for stride. Past the 8th pole they come. Golden Sense, all heart, he's hanging on to this lead. Tapiture's gaining inches on the outside. Golden Sense shifting ground now. Tapiture just can't get him. Golden Sense, the more they asked, the more he gave. He drifted in the lane, but he won it.
Golden Sense by Spendthrift Farm stallion Into Mischief defends his title in the Dirt Mile by a length and a quarter over Tapiture. Rafael Bejarano aboard in 1:35 flat. Winner of this race last year for suspended trainer Doug O'Neill, Golden Sense was making his first start for Leandro Moro. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by Rosecrest Farm and Karen Perello. A $62,000 OBS June 2-year-old, Golden Sense retires to join his sire in the stallion ranks at Spendthrift Farm with a bankroll of $3,044,000. Golden Sense paid $3.40 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. 13 went postward in the juvenile fillies turf with Lady Eli at the 2-1 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Wide open at the top of the lane, but they are chasing Sunset Glow. Lady Eli now gets a break at the rail, and Lady Eli takes off along the inside. Lady Eli, electrifying turn of speed, gets the lead. Sunset Glow tries to battle back, but this is a scintillating performance from Lady Eli, star of the future. Lady Eli could not have been more impressive.
Lady Eli stakes her claim for an Eclipse Award with her 2 3/4 length victory over Sunset Glow, a 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. Irad Ortiz Jr. up in 1:33.2. The second winner of the juvenile fillies turf for trainer Chad Brown, Lady Eli is undefeated in 3 starts. The filly by Divine Park was bred in Kentucky by Runnymede Farm Incorporated and Catesby W. Clay. Lady Eli has earned nearly $720,000 for Sheep Pond Partners. The filly was consigned by Eddie Wood's agent to the Keeneland April 2-year-old sale, where she was purchased by Jay Hanley for $160,000. Undefeated Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Fillies winner, Lady Eli, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. That brings us to the Breeders' Cup Distaff, Untappable, the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They turn the pressure on as they come to the quarter pole. 'Tis Midnight ridden along, but it's Aya Tapper getting the lead. Aya Tapper now Untappable comes to take them on. Ria Antonia's running a big one. Something wrong with Close Hatches today. Close Hatches is gone at the top of the lane, and it's Untappable now up to take them on. Untappable, Aya Tapper battling back along the inside, and now here comes Don't Tell Sophia. Don't Tell Sophia coming fast, but it's Untappable in front. Untappable the leader. Don't Tell Sophia flying on the outside. Untappable's gonna get there. Untappable has won it.
Untappable, the winner by a length and a quarter over Don't Tell Sophia, who noses out Aya Tapper for place. Rosie Napravnik aboard in 1:48 and 3. The probable champion 3-year-old filly, Untappable, has won 6 graded stakes in 7 starts this year, including the Kentucky Oaks. The filly by leading sire Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Winchell Thoroughbreds, and is a half-sister to Spendthrift farm stallion Patio Prado. Trained by Steve Asmussen, Untappable is closing in on $3 million in career earnings. After the race, Napravnik announced that she's pregnant and is retiring. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week as we continue our recap of the Breeders' Cup World Championships. First up, the juvenile fillies. Angela Renee, the 3-to-1 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Coming to the top of the lane now, and it is Take Charge Brandy. Take Charge Brandy now going clear as they turn for home, leads it by 3 lengths. Take Charge Brandy. Feathered is coming after them. Danette is running a huge one along the inside. Wanda Gal is in with a shot too. Homeward bound now, Take Charge Brandy, holding on gamely to this lead. Danette trying to sneak through at the rail. Feathered on the outside. A late run now from Top Decil, but it's going to be Take Charge Brandy. Take Charge Brandy in a stunner.
61-1, Take Charge Brandy pulls off a front-running upset by half a length over Top Decile for a 1-2 finish for Keeneland sales graduates. Victor Espinoza aboard in 1:41 and 4. A record 20th Breeders' Cup victory for Hall of Fame trainer Dwayne Lucas and his 6th winner of the juvenile fillies. The filly by Giants Causeway was bred in Kentucky by Charming Syndicate and was a $435,000 Keeneland September yearling. Take Charge Brandy has earned $1,170,000 for Willis Horton. Next, the filly and mare turf, defending champion Dank, the 2-to-1 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
So they've taken much closer order as they come to the top of the lane now. It's still Day at the Spa, now being pressured by Piranda. Secret Gesture joins them on the outside. In behind that, Stephanie's Kitten, and now Dank has let loose. Blue Cap on the outside, wide open at the top of the lane. Day at the Spa hanging on to Piranda. Dank is trying to make headway. Secret Gesture's in there, just the judge. Stephanie's Kitten coming with a late run on the outside, but Day at the Spa. Day at the Spa's going on with it. Stephanie's Kitten late, but it's Day at the Spa, perfectly ridden by Javier Castellano, dictated it throughout, and Day at the Spa wins it.
Day at the Spa holds off Stephanie's Kitten by a length and a quarter. Javier Castellano aboard the New York bred in 2 minutes flat. Day at the Spa prepped with a victory in the Grade 1 First Lady Stakes. She's the 2nd Breeders' Cup winner of the weekend for trainer Chad Brown. The 5-year-old mare by City Zip was bred in New York by Castellari di Cracciolo and Partners. Day at the Spa has earned $2,288,000. She was purchased by Stone Street Thoroughbreds for $2.1 million at auction earlier this week. From turf fillies and mares to sprinting fillies and mares, Judy the Beauty, the 3-to-1 favorite. Again, here's Trevor Denman.
They're at the top of the lane. Stone-tastic, the grey, tries to hold on. Lee caught Judy the Beauty on the grandstand side, coming home gamely as well. And Better Lucky, but it's Judy the Beauty and Better Lucky, the two coming to dispute it now. Judy the Beauty sticks her neck out, goes for the wire. On the outside, Better Lucky's catching. Better Lucky, Judy the Beauty. Judy the Beauty, 1 and ahead in a thriller.
Judy the Beauty holds off Better Lucky by a head as mares by Adena Springs stallion Ghost Zapper run 1-2. A record 21st Breeders' Cup victory for Mike Smith. The Keeneland sales graduate clocked in 1:21 and 4. After finishing a close second to champion Groupie Doll last year, Judy the Beauty returns 1 year later to capture the filly and mare sprint. The 5-year-old mare was bred in Ontario by Adena Springs and was a $20,000 Keeneland September yearling. Judy the Beauty has earned $1,662,000 for owner and trainer Wesley Ward, who records his second Breeders' Cup winner of the weekend. Mike Smith with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Vans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Wesley Ward sent out No Nay Never as the 7-2 favorite in the turf sprint. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
At the top of the lane now, Renee's got Zip, No Nay Never, Casper Netchar, Gold Cap on the outside, Ageless, Tight End Dimension, wide open, No Nay Never getting the lead, Ageless on the outside, Tight End touchdown at the rail, Sweet Swap running late, No Nay Never, late run Bobby's Kitten like a rocket out of nowhere.
Last, turning for home, Bobby's Kitten flies through the stretch to score by half a length over No Nay Never, who noses out undrafted for place. Joel Rosario aboard in 1:12-3. Third in last year's juvenile turf, Bobby's Kitten was last seen finishing third in the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. He's the third Breeders' Cup winner of the weekend for trainer Chad Brown. The 3-year-old colt by Kitten's Joy was bred in Kentucky by his owners, Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Bobby's Kitten has earned nearly $1,295,000. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is the exciting new stallion Golden Sense, brilliant back-to-back winner of the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Newly retired to Spendthrift for 2015 and now available for inspection. Visit Spendthrift's open house for lunch every day throughout the Keeneland November sale. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week as we continue our recap of the Breeders' Cup World Championships. We begin this segment with the juvenile. 9-5 favorite Carpe Diem is well back as we pick up the call by Trevor Denman.
They are coming towards the quarter pole now. Mr. Z on the far side kicks for home. Blue Dancer is still battling on along the inside, and Super Colossus in there as well. Upstart, Blue Cap on the outside. Upstart, the Great War needs somewhere to run. The Great War's in behind them. Carpe Diem far back, and here's Texas Red come from last out of nowhere now, and Texas Red and Kent DeSormo strike the front looking for a danger, but there simply isn't one. It is Texas Red just outclassing them. Look at this for an easy win in the Breeders' Cup. It's Texas Red and Kent DeSormo just hand-ridden. They won it about 7.
13-1 Texas Red defeats Carpe Diem officially by 6.5 lengths for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland sales graduates. Kent DeSormo aboard in 1:41-4. DeSormo riding for his brother Keith, who trains the winner. Texas Red was last seen finishing third when American Pharaoh captured the Grade 1 Frontrunner Stakes. The colt by Afleet Alex was bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings and was a $17,000 Keeneland September yearling. Texas Red has earned $1,192,000 for Eric Brem and partners. 2-year-old stakes action presented by BC 2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC 2A Paste. An international field of 12 went postward in the Breeders' Cup Turf with European star Telescope, the 8-5 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
They move on to the backstretch, and Hardest Core now takes an early run for home. Hardest Core going to try to sneak away. Star Spangled Heat is there, and Imagining is moving up in the third spot. Telescope still very comfortable in the fourth spot, gives them 3.5 length start. Just in behind that we have Chiquita. Flintshire is on the far side. Another one in there is Brown Panther. Main Sequence has to go 3 wide. Been followed then by Twilight Eclipse. They are coming towards the top of the lane now and kicking for home as Hardest Core tries to sneak away. Imagining's got dead aim on him though, and Telescope is now hooking off the rail. Flintshire on the outside. They're at the top of the lane, and Hardest Core now holding on to the lead. Imagining in the red cap, and Telescope gets a dream run down at the rail. On the outside, Flintshire. Main Sequence, white cap on the outside. Chiquita's coming home late too. Flintshire, Main Sequence. Main Sequence finishing best of all. Late run from Twilight Eclipse, but it is Main Sequence to score. Main Sequence has won it ahead.
Main Sequence gets up to defeat Flintshire by half a length. John Velasquez aboard in 2:24-4. Undefeated in 4 Grade 1 stakes and 4 starts this year for trainer Graham Motion, Main Sequence makes a strong case for Horse of the Year honors. The 5-year-old gelding by Aldebaran was bred in Kentucky by his owners Flaxman Holdings Limited. Main Sequence has earned $3,298,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. Back to the main track for the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Rich Tapestry, the 5-2 favorite. Again, here's Trevor Denman.
They are coming to the top of the lane, and Fast Anna has the lead. Fast Anna, Work All Week. Fast Anna, Work All Week, the two. Private Zone behind that. Secret Circle trying to battle on from third. Then comes Backen and Palace behind that. They're at the top of the lane, and Work All Week takes the lead. Work All Week now goes for home. Private Zone coming with a lunge. Salutos Amigos late. Secret Circle coming late as well, and on the inside, Fast Anna tries to battle back. It's suddenly wide open, but Work All Week's holding on. Work All Week, Secret Circle, Work All Week has won it.
19-1 Work All Week defeats defending champion Secret Circle by half a length. The first Breeders' Cup mount for Florent Giroux. 6 furlongs in 1:08.1. With 5 wins and 6 starts this year, including the Grade 3 Phoenix Stakes, Work All Week makes a late bid for the Eclipse Award as champion sprinter. The 5-year-old gelding by City Zip was bred in Illinois by his owner, Midwest Thoroughbreds. Work All Week has earned $1,357,000. Roger Brueggemann trains the winner. Darby Dan Farm Stallion Dialed In, dynamic winner of the Grade 1 Florida Derby by AP Indy's Horse of the Year son, Mineshaft. Look for Dialed In's first weanlings selling this week at Keeneland. A full field of 14 went postward in the Breeders' Cup Mile on turf. European Group 1 winner Toronado, the 2-1 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Coming to the top of the lane now, and obviously the leader, tackled now by Toronado. Obviously, and Toronado turn for home together. Moustagib tries to come after them from third, and then Vader, but obviously shot away from them. And obviously he's opened up on them as they come past the 8th pole. Obviously out in front. Now here's a late run from Caracanite, and Caracanite, like an express train, has gone right on by. Anadon with a late run. Caracanite win.
30-1 Caracanti holds off Anadin by a length to become the first Japanese-bred winner of a Breeders' Cup race. Stéphane Pasquier up in 1:32.4. Caracanti made all 8 previous starts in France, where he won the Group 1 French 2000 Guineas earlier this year. Jonathan Peace trains the 3-year-old colt by Bernstein. The second Breeders' Cup winner on the card, bred and owned by Flaxman Holdings Limited, Caracanti has earned $1.9 million. Coming up, an exciting edition of the Breeders' Cup Classic. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. Undefeated Shared Belief, the 5-2 favorite. But the favorite's chances were compromised when Bayern made a sharp left turn leaving the gate, setting off a chain reaction. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
Sent on their way to the roar of the crowd, and Bayern broke inwards there, and Shared Belief had a rough beginning. Oh, and Shared Belief just had to take back between horses again early on. So it's Bayern who's going straight to the lead. Toast of New York on the outside. California Chrome going up to join the leaders today. He's right there. Marino in the white blinkers. Along the inside, Cigar Street. Shared Belief had a tough time of it early, and he's going to have to go wide now. He's very keen to go on. Majestic Harbour's on the outside of him. They followed by Footbridge in the blue colours, 6 off the leaders. The pace very solid early. Then Candy Boy, Prayer for Relief, Imperative in behind that. Then VE Day. In behind VE Day is Zevo, and Tonalist is last. Tonalist got to be 15 lengths off them. On to the backstretch they go, and Bayern out where he likes to be. Bayern leads at 1.5 lengths to Toast of New York. California Chrome, green cap on the far side. He's keen to go on. Cigar Street is right there at the rail. Marino having to be pushed along. Now here's Shared Belief in the black colours. He's up to 5th. He's 4.5 off the leaders. Then it's Footbridge behind that. Candy Boy, Majestic Harbour, Imperative, Prayer for Relief is in behind that. Tonalist is still back 3rd last. He's got to be 14 off the leaders. 3/8 of a mile to go now, and Bayern is the leader. Toast of New York now coming to tackle. California Chrome sent after them on the outside. Shared Belief is struggling today. He's 8 lengths further back. Top of the lane now in the big one. And Bayern goes for home. Toast of New York. California Chrome on the grandstand side. Bayern digs in at the rail. Toast of New York stretching him every yard of the way. California Chrome, what a memorable Breeders' Cup Classic. It's a race for the ages. Bayern, Toast of New York, California Chrome. Bayern, Toast of New York. Bayern has won it.
Bayern holds on to take the photo by a nose over Toast of New York, who has a neck on California Chrome. Martin Garcia aboard the winner in 1:59 and 4, a 1:10 brisk speed rating. After 12 unsuccessful attempts, Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert finally gets his first Breeders' Cup Classic victory. An easy winner of the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational, Bayern was coming off a track record victory in the Grade 2 Pennsylvania Derby. The colt by Awfully Wild was bred in Kentucky by Helen Alexander and was a $320,000 two-year-old. Bayern has earned nearly $4,390,000 for Kaleem Shah Incorporated. The stewards reviewed the start of the race, but in a controversial decision didn't make any change to the outcome. We have a lot coming up next week: the Grade 2 Autumn Stakes from Woodbine, the Grade 3 River City Handicap from Churchill Downs, and the Grade 3 Long Island from Aqueduct next week on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adina Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbreadweek.com.